Navigating the world of special education can feel overwhelming for parents, teachers, and students alike. Two important tools, Individualized Education Programs or IEPs, and 504 plans are designed to support students with disabilities and ensure they have equal access to education. Understanding the key differences between these plans is crucial for effectively advocating for a child's needs. This essay aims to provide a clear and concise explanation of IEPs and 504 plans, empowering parents, teachers, and students to make informed decisions about their education. By understanding the nuances of each plan, we can ensure that all students, regardless of their challenges, receive the support they need to thrive academically and personally. We will delve into the definitions, eligibility requirements, services provided, development processes, and legal protections associated with both IEPs and 504 plans. An Individualized Education Program, or IEP, is a comprehensive, legally binding document that outlines the specialized educational and related services a student with a disability will receive. It is created through a collaborative effort between parents, teachers, specialists, and the student, with the goal of providing individualized support to meet the student's unique needs. The IEP serves as a roadmap for the student's educational journey, outlining specific goals, accommodations, and services that will help them access the general education curriculum and make progress towards their individual goals. It is important to note that IEPs are not static documents. They are reviewed and updated regularly to reflect the student's evolving needs and progress. A 504 plan, named after Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, is a plan developed to ensure that a student with a disability has equal access to education. Unlike an IEP, a 504 plan does not necessarily modify the curriculum or provide specialized instruction. Instead, it focuses on removing barriers to learning by providing accommodations and supports that allow the student to participate fully in the general education environment. These accommodations might include things like preferential seating, extended time on tests, or the use of assistive technology. The goal of a 504 plan is to level the playing field, ensuring that students with disabilities have the same opportunities to succeed as their non-disabled peers. Eligibility for an IEP and a 504 plan differs significantly. To qualify for an IEP, a student must have a disability that falls under one of the 13 categories defined by the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, and require specialized instruction and related services to make effective progress in school. These categories include specific learning disabilities, speech or language impairments, autism, intellectual disabilities, and other health impairments. On the other hand, eligibility for a 504 plan is broader. Student qualifies for a 504 plan if they have a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities. This can include a wider range of disabilities, including those covered under IDEA, as well as conditions like ADHD, diabetes, allergies, and chronic illnesses. Section 5. Tailored support services and accommodations. Both IEPs and 504 plans provide support to students with disabilities, but the types of services and accommodations offered differ. IEPs typically include a wider range of services, including specialized instruction, counseling, occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech-language pathology, and assistive technology. These services are individualized to meet the student's specific needs as outlined in their IEP goals. 504 plans, on the other hand, primarily focus on accommodations. These accommodations can be academic, such as extended time on assignments or tests, preferential seating, or the use of assistive technology, or they can be non-academic, such as access to a quiet space, frequent breaks, or modified assignments. These specific accommodations outlined in a 504 plan are tailored to address the student's individual needs and remove barriers to their learning. Section 6. Collaborative development, creating and reviewing IEPs and 504 plans. Both IEPs and 504 plans are developed and reviewed through collaborative processes involving parents, educators, and, when appropriate, the student. For IEPs, the process is more formal and structured, mandated by IDEA. It involves an initial evaluation to determine eligibility, followed by the development of the IEP document, which outlines the student's present levels of performance, goals, accommodations, services, and evaluation criteria. 504 plans, while less formal, still require collaboration between the school and parents to determine the student's needs and develop appropriate accommodations. Both IEPs and 504 plans are reviewed and updated regularly to ensure they are still meeting the student's needs. IEPs are generally reviewed annually, while 504 plans are typically reviewed at least annually or whenever the student's needs change. Section 7. Legal protections safeguarding students' rights. Both IEPs and 504 plans are legally binding documents that protect the rights of students with disabilities. IEPs are governed by IDEA, a federal law that guarantees a free and appropriate public education to all students with disabilities. This means that schools are legally obligated to provide the services and accommodations outlined in a student's IEP. 504 plans are governed by Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, a civil rights law that prohibits discrimination based on disability. This law ensures that students with disabilities have equal access to education and extracurricular activities. Both IDEA and Section 504 provide parents and students with the right to due process, meaning they have legal recourse if they disagree with the school's decisions regarding their child's education. Section 8. Choosing the right path, IEP or 504 plan. Choosing between an IEP and a 504 plan can be confusing. The best plan for a child depends on their individual needs and the nature of their disability. If a student has a disability that significantly impacts their education and requires specialized instruction and related services, an IEP is likely the most appropriate option. However, if a student has a disability that primarily requires accommodations to access the general education curriculum, a 504 plan may be sufficient. It is important to note that a student cannot have both an IEP and a 504 plan simultaneously. However, a student who does not qualify for an IEP may still be eligible for a 504 plan. Section 9. Empowering students, the impact of IEPs and 504 plans. IEPs and 504 plans play a critical role in empowering students with disabilities to reach their full potential. By providing individualized support, removing barriers to learning, and ensuring equal access to education, these plans help level the playing field and create an environment where all students can thrive. Students with IEPs or 504 plans often experience increased academic achievement, improved self-esteem, and greater independence. These plans also foster a sense of belonging and inclusion, ensuring that students with disabilities feel supported and valued members of the school community. When implemented effectively, IEPs and 504 plans can have a transformative impact on the lives of students with disabilities, paving the way for their future success. Section 10. Seeking expert guidance, navigating educational support. Navigating the world of IEPs and 504 plans can be complex, and seeking expert guidance is often invaluable. Parents, teachers, and students should feel empowered to reach out to school counselors, special education teachers, advocates, and other professionals who can provide support and guidance throughout the process. These experts can help families understand their rights, advocate for their child's needs, and navigate the often complicated procedures involved in obtaining an IEP or 504 plan. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, and there are resources available to support you every step of the way. Section 11. Conclusion: advocating for every student's success. Every student deserves the opportunity to succeed, and IEPs and 504 plans are essential tools for ensuring that students with disabilities receive the support they need to reach their full potential. By understanding the key differences between these plans, parents, teachers, and students can become effective advocates for their education. Remember, knowledge is power, and by working collaboratively and advocating for the needs of all students, we can create an educational system that is truly inclusive and equitable. Let us continue to champion the rights of all learners and strive to create a world where every student has the opportunity to shine.